सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
Ladies and gentlemen, 15 female students have come forward with horrific account of harassment and molestation. The accused is a self-styled godman, Swami Chinmayanand. The victims have shared how the fake Baba would send them lewd messages, call them into their room, threaten to deduct marks if they don't comply. Now, Delhi police have issued a lookout notice against the accused and yet not found him. Is there anyone backing him? The molester Baba? Where is this molester Baba? We debate after this quick report.
A case of alleged molestation from the national capital has shocked the entire nation. A self-styled godman, Swami Chaitanyananda, has been charged for sexually harassing 17 female students at a private management institute, an institute where he was the director. He is now on the run. But when the Delhi police is all out to track the molester, PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti has chosen to attack Hindus instead. She chose to communalize the crime, calling it selective morality. But while she resorts to attacks, Delhi police has gone all out to track the accused molester. The probe has revealed back-to-back complaints against him.
जो PSV के नॉर्थ में कंप्लेंट आई थी उसके तहत FIR दर्ज कर दी गई है और अभी जो विक्टिम्स हैं उनके स्टेटमेंट्स लिए जा रहे हैं और इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज़ प्रोसीडिंग एज पर लॉ। इन्वेस्टिगेशन अभी जारी है और बाबा को ट्रेस करने का फुल एफर्ट कर रही है दिल्ली पुलिस और दक्षिण पश्चिमी जिला भी पूरा प्रयास कर रही है कि अक्यूज़ को जल्द से जल्द नैप कर दिया जाए। जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन और एज पर लॉ देखा जाए तो जो भी को अक्यूज्ड हैं, चाहे वो वार्डन्स हो, चाहे फैकल्टी हो या किसी के भी अगेंस्ट अगर एलिगेशन होगा तो इट विल बी प्रोसीडेड एज पर द मेरिट्स ऑफ द केस एंड सबका रोल अभी एग्जामिन किया जा रहा है।
The first FIR was filed by Sri Sharda Institute on July 23rd this year. Then came an Air Force captain's complaint to the institute alleging intimidation, arbitrary decisions and late-night messages to girls. Following that, an Air Force group captain emailed the complaint to the institute on August 1st. The officer was informed that an FIR has already been filed. Finally, a fresh complaint was filed by the institute against the accused. According to the FIR, the fake Baba would also force female students to visit his room late at night, luring them with promises of trips abroad. Not just that, this molester would also specifically target students from economically weaker sections.
This is the very car which has already been seized by the Delhi Police Southwest District team. Here you see, this is the car which was used by the accused Swami Partha, and the number VIP card number of this here you can say this is GL4CCA0003. So what has happened earlier that the accused took one of the victims to Rishikesh in this very car, and this is the claim made by one of the accused, one of the victims in this case. And after that, what we have seen that the Delhi Police has taken the testimony in that regard, and right now they are investigating the matter. If you see the information that we have received from the Delhi police sources, that this was the very car which has already been seized by the Delhi police team. And earlier what we have got to learn that over 70 to 75 students who were basically in that hostel, and some of them have come forward. Over 30 students who have come forward in that direction, and they have given their statement to the Delhi police regarding that very investigation, because initially if you see the matter has come to the light on August 4th.
Chaitanyananda is on the run. Will the police manage to arrest him? Or will he too become the next Nityananda to flee to Kailasha?
I'm joined by former chairperson of the National Commission for Women, Lalita Kumar Mangalam. I'm also joined by political analyst YG Madhuvanti. I'm joined by Harish Mohammad Ibrahim, who's a political analyst, and also by social activist Yogita Bhayana. Vivek Srivastava will join us soon on the debate. Now, I want to start with you, Yogita, because there have been a lot of questions, and if I can bring Lalita Kumar Mangalam as well on the debate. These questions that are being posed, I do not see a reason why something like this should be politicized. If a Baba was operating, who was molesting girls, who was pressurizing them, this entire thing was going on for a while, he should be behind bars. And all the more that this should come out in the open so that people know that this kind of operation would not be allowed at any cost, whoever it be. Why is this matter being politicized, Yogita? Yogita, I think you need to unmute yourself. Yeah.
I don't know who's politicizing it, who's not politicizing it, but we need to question his wrongdoings, and we need to question how he's absconding right under the nose of the authorities, where you can just you can claim big things that nobody can get away with these things, and this guy easily can just fly by the country, and it has happened earlier also. Of course, any questions should be asked to the authorities, to the government, and if you call it politicizing, so be it. Doesn't really matter, because everything is connected to politics, because political power only try to protect such molesters. That's the reason we question the politics. And if questioning the authorities who are into political power is politics, let it be. Doesn't really matter. We want answers from the authorities, and that is the government of the country.
No, okay. So, Lalita, what she's precisely saying that how was he allowed to operate in the manner in which he was operating? This was going on for a while. There were women students who were there. They were scared because he used to harass them. He would blackmail them, and they were not able to speak it out. Now, when one started speaking, all of them came out and started speaking against this Baba. But how was he allowed to operate is the question.
See, the point is that politicization of any sort of abuse against women and girls should not take place ideally. Yes. Unfortunately, it does happen too often, and regardless of the party, regardless of the state, etc., etc. In this case, I have another additional question, not just how he was allowed to operate and got away with this sort of abuse for such a long time, but also apparently he's escaped. How was he allowed to escape?
Yes.
I mean, somebody like this who uses a cover of decency, moderation, etc., etc., and is the worst type of perpetrator of violence against young girls, should not, should never have been allowed to run any institution. And now, to top it all, if he's been allowed to escape, then the authorities also need to answer as to how all of this is happening. You know, slowly but surely, people's belief in authority is declining all over the world, not just in India, but also in this case especially. It's another example of why so many people just have such cynical ideas about the police. I mean, you know, if I say it in Hindi, police walo se baat karne ka fayda kya hai is a question that has been asked to me so often. Because we are always... we begin to sort of understand whether it is people like me who were in a constitutional post, or the accused and their families, or the lawyers, or general society at large, that there seems to be something fishy. And something of this extent, it cannot be covered up without some sort of compliance, for want of a better word, or assistance, which is a stronger word, from the so-called authorities. And the first people whom we go to, authority that we approach in any sort of crime is the police.
Right.
So the police also have some questions to answer. And I mean, it's shameful that this continues to happen over and over again. And that we put, whether it's politics or, you know, naam kharab ho jayega, that sort of thing, societal approval or disapproval before the lives and the safety of young girls and women. How long will this continue?
Absolutely, Lalita, and I think that stigma really needs to be addressed, and you and Yogita sitting here would be able to talk about that more, because that is there and it's very evident that it still exists in the society. That is precisely why these women were not coming out, even though there have been WhatsApp instances and the WhatsApp chats uncover horrific details where he's telling the women, come to my room, I'll take you on a trip abroad, you won't have to pay anything. To one student, he's sending a message, if you don't obey me, I will fail you. And this was going on for a while. But what I'm trying to ask Vivek Srivastava, and he joins us on the debate. Vivek, what I'm trying to ask you is, why is somebody like Mehbooba Mufti politicizing this whole issue? She's saying, where are the self-proclaimed defenders of Dharma now? Especially the cow vigilance and the so-called warriors of Love Jihad Brigade. Now she's asking this question. This is about crime and he's a criminal. We need to get after him. Why politicize this and say, where are the self-proclaimed defenders of Dharma? Why do you get Dharma into this?
It is not just a crime. जब राम रहीम को पेट्रोल मिलती है, parole और वो घूम रहे होते हैं, bail मिलती है आसानी से, then that is not a crime anymore. You are encouraging these things, you know, and you are giving the message, जो मर्जी करो, भगवा पहनो, छूट जाओगे. We need votes. We need votes in the name of Hindutva. Go ahead. कहाँ है धर्मगुरु आज? Where is the Prime Minister? कभी संभल जाकर के मंदिर इनॉग्रेट कर रहे हैं, कभी राम मंदिर पहुंच रहे हैं, कभी वाराणसी जा रहे हैं. बोलेंगे इस इशू पे? Why be silent? Why is the BJP silent? Where are the people जो कहते थे मुल्ले काटे जाएंगे और जब मुल्ले काटे जाएंगे राम राम चलाएंगे? कहाँ हो गए? धर्म सांसद वाले कहाँ हैं?
But nobody defends that Dharam Sansad, Vivek ji. Nobody defends that Dharam Sansad, Vivek ji. Nobody defends. And tell me one Baba who's come out in defense of this molester. Who has come out? Who is the Dharm Rakshak who has come out in his defense, Vivek? Nobody has come out.
Who has criticized the bail of Asaram and Ram Rahim? Which Dharam Guru? You tell me the name. किसने क्रिटिसाइज किया राम रहीम को? उसके खिलाफ रेप के एलिगेशंस हैं. बीजेपी को हरियाणा में वोट चाहिए तो उसको उसके फॉलोअर्स है तो उसको आपने बेल दे दी. ये कहा है ना आपने इस देश में. तो सारे के सारे बाबा हीरो हैं. आज हिंदू राष्ट्र बनाना है, भगवा पहने जाओ, यही तो हो रहा है ना. कोई क्वेश्चन करेगा इस आदमी को? कितने धर्मगुरुओं ने इसको क्वेश्चन करा? किसी ने नहीं करा है. इट इज नॉट अ क्राइम. इट इज नॉट अ क्राइम. इट इज बीइंग एनकरेज्ड बाय द सिस्टम, बाय द पॉलिटिशियंस, बाय द बीजेपी. And I'm very clear about it.
Okay. Madhuvanti, if I can come to you.
Yeah.
What Vivek is saying, there is a certain encouragement when people are not speaking against him. And when the so-called Dharm Gurus are not speaking against him, this will encourage a crime like that. Do you agree?
I am so sorry, ma'am, but I'm amazed at the way Mr. Vivek Srivastava is screaming on top of Mount Everest today. I'd like to know when the Pahalgam attack happened and everybody was asked to recite the Kalma. And then, Vivek sir, when you spoke, I kept quiet. I think I demand the same respect for If you're not going to shut up, I'm not talking. Sorry.
No, it is not a question of shutting up.
You have to. Because when you started screaming blue murder, I kept quiet.
Okay, Vivek, let her speak. She needs to make a point. She needs to make a point.
Yeah, I need to make a point and you need to shut up. So the point is, there is no question of dharam. I am a practicing Hindu and I condemn this act and I think this Baba must be found and if you ask me, hung. I have no problems admitting it. But will Vivek Srivastava admit that when the Pahalgam attack happened and everybody was asked to recite the Kalma and if they didn't know how to recite the Kalma, they were shot dead. Was Mazhab brought into the picture then?
Yes.
Then terror did not have a religion. But now an act of crime suddenly has religion. Why bring religion into the picture? Why bring Hindutva into the picture? I don't understand. This is a default of the system. And like Lalita ma'am rightly said, the authorities have to take responsibility and they have to do something about it. None of us are supporting the act. Of course, the police has to be questioned. Of course, the government in action has to be questioned. And they have to do something about it. But why does Hindutva and Dharam have to come into the picture? Do you talk about Mazhab when terrorists attack? No, none of us do. Because we know that terror doesn't have a religion. Similarly, a criminal cannot be questioned and you cannot say he has a religion. This man is just facing under the bloody thing of a Baba and he's bringing disgrace to the Dharam. So I don't see why only now Hindutva has to be brought in very conveniently. That's my only question.
No, you're asking the right question. If I may go to Harish Mohammad Ibrahim, she's rightly asking. When there was no talk of religion at the time Pahalgam happened, there were so many voices that were coming out and saying, why are you talking about religion? Now she's rightly asking, no practicing Hindu would side with this so-called fraud Baba. So why politicize it and why say that where are the Dharm Rakshaks?
No, these kind of heinous crimes, whoever does it, whatever the religion they belong to, it has to be condemned at the highest order. There is no second thought about it. But at the same time, the BJP has a high-end history. Even our own Prime Minister have said that you can identify a single religion by what clothes they are wearing with, right? So this is not new to it, and their political aspirations, political nuances by the opponent party has to be taken into that accordance. When our prime ministers identify a religion, particular religion, by what the dress they are wearing, we are not condemning our prime minister, right? So you have to take the same plateau with whatever Ms. Mahbooba Mufti has said. But having said that, whether as a sensible citizen of this great nation, whether we are going to condemn all these kind of heinous crimes which is against women or children, yes, of course, we have to do it at the highest order, and there is no kind of these kind of sensible, sensitive issues shouldn't be trivialized and shouldn't be communalized or shouldn't be taken in a religion perspective. That is what my perspective is always about. But having said that, whether the BJP has any kind of accordance having to trivialize any kind of issue and give a politicization, or whether to take it in a religious angle, yes, of course they did. That is not one time or second time or several times. They have done it as a congenital anomaly. This is a part of BJP system to trivialize everything in accordance to the religion or in accordance to any kind of the perspective which they want to put ahead the RSS narrative to every incident. So having said that, if Mahbooba is wrong, yes, of course she is wrong. She has taken the same line which the BJP does. That is not the way you have to deal these kind of heinous crimes. The perpetrators, whoever it may be, whichever the religion they belong to, they have to...
What happens? What happens? I will tell you. I will tell you what happens, Harish Mohammad Ibrahim. I will tell you what happens. When a situation like this comes up, Yogita, when you start politicizing it, it deflects the issue. There is a distraction that happens. And where we need to be focusing, the focus changes. Exactly. So we do not want that, Yogita. We want this culprit to be not absconding. We want him to be behind bars. Isn't that the objective, more than anything else?
Absolutely. So you have one screen running on your show where he's giving awards. Okay. And right now you're calling him a culprit and a balatkari or whatnot. Just before the incidents, even if you would have met him, you would have bowed down to him because he's wearing a particular color and he looks like a particular way. Why you need an episode to happen to declare he is a monster? Why don't you have mechanism to identify not everybody who's wearing a bhagwa is a sant? Please identify that. That's exactly my point is. And secondly, there is a difference between Pahalgaon and this episode. Pahalgaon mein wo terrorists थे, they look like terrorists. They were not wearing a particular color and a skull cap, and they were shooting.
They did not look like terrorists. I'm sorry.
This is a difference. They were Atankwadi and they declared to be Atankwadi and they asked the dharma.
No, they did not look like terrorists. If they looked like terrorists, we would have known. The security would have known. Come on, they look like normal people.
और अचानक से वो कोई केस कर देते हैं, वो बलात्कारी हो जाते हैं. Otherwise, तो आपके लिए वो महान रहते हैं हर टाइम. So this is a problem with you guys.
My God,
otherwise, how will you know? 90% of such people are monsters.
No, Madhuvanti doesn't agree with you, Yogita. Madhuvanti doesn't agree with you.
No, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this thought process. What is this? You're saying in Pahalgam they look like terrorists. What is this, a fancy dress competition or something? In Pahalgam they look like terrorists. This man is wearing saffron, so you have to find out what lies beneath the saffron. What nonsense is this? And you're allowing this on national television, ma'am? This is a disgrace to the entire religion, to the entire Sanatan Dharma that she's talking about. I'm sorry. This is not the way you talk. You talk about other religions like this. Will you talk about a Christian priest or a Maulvi like this if you have the guts? Why are you bringing Sanatan into the picture? Very, very revered saints who wear the saffron robe in Islam.
Just buried under these political chicanery and the fighting on all sides.
What are you talking?
Let Lalita come in. Lalita, would they how do you decide?
Look, the problem with politics is that today it's become all-consuming. The moment politics comes into an issue like this, we are only shouting at each other about the political issues.
Yes.
Not about the main issue here, which is the continuing victimization of young girls. I don't care what religion. I don't care what party. I am bothered and I am worried and I am terrified that even today in 2025, a man can use the cover of whatever religion he may belong to and continue to abuse young girls who are too scared to even speak out because of the way society twists these facts. Where is the justice for these girls?
I will ask the question to the Prime Minister of the country only because he is head of the state. Who else I can ask? If he is from a particular party from BJP, so it means I'm not a
if one politician does something wrong, a second one also does it. Two wrongs don't make a right. Whether it's Mehbooba Mufti or as everybody is so fond of always pulling Modi into the picture, anybody else.
So what is politics? Politics is a good word. It is a positive word. It is meant to be good.
I think Lalita's actually proved the point rightly live on the debate.
Discuss politics.
She's proved the point live on the debate.
Discuss the rights of
We are going into a debate because of the politicization. And why should we be doing that? Should we not be focusing on the fact that a criminal needs to be behind the bars? I do not really care what religion he belongs to. And this is something that everyone needs to say, irrespective of their religion. Somebody who's molesting girls, sending them nude messages, spoiling their educational careers, should be behind bars. How does it matter what religion they belong to, Vivek? How does it matter?
No.
But it gives you an opportunity to attack Sanatan Dharma.
When the ruling party wants vote on the concept of Hindu Rashtra, Hindu supremacy of the Dharma Gurus, the Honorable Prime Minister visits these people, and then these people feel they are superhumans and they can do anything. और ये बच जाएंगे, ये encouragement तो सरकार दे रही है ना, बीजेपी दे रही है ना, हिंदू राष्ट्र के चैंपियंस दे रहे हैं.
I mean, you hate Modi, ठीक है, वो तुम्हारी ये है, but इन बच्चियों का क्या है? आप पॉलिटिक्स यहाँ बात करने आए हैं या बच्चियों की सुरक्षा के बारे में बात करने आए हैं?
में है कि राम रहीम जी को फ्री,
यही नॉनसेंस होता रहता है हर रोज हमारे देश में, इसीलिए ऐसी बच्चियों का ऐसा बलात्कार वगैरह होता ही रहता है, हर डिस्कशन में यही हो जाता है.
हाँ.
No, I am asking you a different. Are you in favor of Mr. Ram Rahim being free? Tell me that. You feel right that he should be on bail with the crimes that he has committed just because he gets votes for the BJP?
I don't care about anybody belonging to any party, any religion. If they are
you're asking that question to the wrong person, Vivek. You're asking that question to the wrong person. The very fact that somebody has been convicted by the courts in the country, anybody who's been convicted by the courts in the country needs to be behind bars. There is absolutely no support and no sympathy for such people. I do not really care if it's a Maulana or a Baba. So-called frauds who are molesting women, who are running these empires. These empires, we don't really care. We don't want these frauds around, and they should be behind bars. And I am surprised that these people are he's still absconding. There needs to be a bigger messaging than this. He needs to be caught and he needs to be behind bars. That is all I'm saying. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of you for joining me on the debate. And on the other side, moving on at 9 p.m, was the Nepal Anarchy toolkit imported to Ladakh? On the other side.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार. MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला.